have got to Batman first, but I had to start with the villains. The villains, as I always say, are the most interesting in anything we look at. In any medium, whether it be comic books or movies, television shows, etc., they're always more interesting, I think, than the heroes. They just have so much more color to them. In this case, Batman in Batman Returns had some very interesting villains with the Danny DeVito's take on the Penguin, and of course Michelle Pfeiffer's take on Catwoman. Now, looking at the man himself, we have a different version of the figure than we had from the 1989 McFarlane release. We had the theatrical version of Batman Returns. The suit did change a little bit. It looked a little less, I want to say, natural and more mechanical almost between the two. So we're going to take a look at this. We're going to take a look how it compares to the 1989 McFarlane release. And then we're going to compare this to the Beast Kingdom, the dynamic action hero Batman Returns. Extremely rare to find that figure. We have it. We did a review on it. If you want to check it out, we'll compare it to this so you can see how the two stack up to each other. All right, well, here we go. We got our Batman Returns Batman. Of course, he comes with this theatrical edition card with a little fact about him here. And he has a bunch of accessories. He's going to have punching hands, which he comes default with, and he's going to have some gripping hands. He's got a batarang, and he's got his grappling gun. This one, I don't think this assembles or comes apart or anything like that. Nope, just standard grappling gun. So we will change the hand out just to see how smooth that is. And there we go, we have one. So the peg is kind of solid on there. I like a nice solid peg. Makes it easier to switch these around. And then we can put this grappling gun in his hand. All right, so we have the nice, more mechanical armor. In the original film, it was more of a natural look on the body, so the abs were more shaped to a body. This is more like mechanical in nature. The boots are a little more streamlined. And again, this part of the cowl here, this emblem is over, not underneath. So it was one part. So I do like that construction on there. And then it's hard to tell if it's likeness of Michael Keaton underneath, but I do like the wireframe in the cape. It helps you shape it a little bit. So it's a decent Batman all around, but it is a little different than the original one. So over here is the McFarlane 89 Batman. So you can see what I mean about a little bit more natural look on the ribs. Again, there's that one piece in the top there. This one has the black sort of edging around it. This one is more yellow and exposed. But they came with the same accessory here. I think it's even tooled the same, so that's kind of a recast in there. But you can see just a little bit different, mostly in the body armor there between the two. This one, of course, came with those little stilts in there, so you could do the wide frame display for the flying part of it. It does not have a wire cape like the newer one does, so that is a big difference between the two. I think that just the paint job looks a lot better on this one than it did on the 89 one. The head is a little bit more attached to the cowl here than the other one. Had sort of a free bobble nature to the top of it. So I kind of like this. And it's just more indicative of like how the head was. And it feels a little, I want to say rubbery. So there's a little give in it. So it looks just a little bit more natural to the sort of the screen used appearance of the character. But everything else with the costume was relatively the same, except for the big changes, of course, to the torso. I think the gauntlets were very similar. They're just a little smoother. The gloves are a little smoother. These had some more detail on them. But what I really wanted to show you was let's compare it to the Beast Kingdom. And I know it's a rough comparison because the Beast Kingdom ones are always amazing. Like we have this leather cape on there, whereas opposed to this just cheap fabric on this side. Again, he has the smooth head abound there and the emblem here. And the body has that more mechanical look to it as opposed to the ribs. And it just has just more detailing here on the thighs. But for the most part, the design is right between the two. I mean, this is just more of a premium look because it's the Beast Kingdom ones, and it's just hard to beat their DC collection. They all just look amazing. He, of course, came with a grappling gun, too. It's just got a lot more detailing on it. You can see the coloring on the other side of it, too. And then he has a batarang with a rope on it and then other accessories. But you can see our review of this if you want to see more detail on him. But between the two of them, of course, pick this one all the time. But this isn't bad. I mean, for the scale for the collection, this is a lot of an improvement over the 89 version of Batman that they did. So I do like this new Batman a lot more. He just looks better. I think the biggest improvement being that design around the neck compared to the previous one that had that sort of like gap there, so they could make the head have a little bit more articulation in it. So that was a poor choice to compromise on that, because it took away from the design aesthetic. The boots, yeah, a little bit different for the 89 or the 92 version versus the 89 version. Yeah, so you can see your three Batmans. I mean, of course, we have the Kenner one. I'm not even going to bring that out. You can see the video on that. Much different. He really didn't focus on any of the design aesthetic. But yeah, you can see the three different versions here of the Batmans in this scale. Of course, the 89 one. But now we have our two versions of the Batman Returns Batman. Have not seen these in other scales. I'm sorry, there might be a much larger scale in the NECA. I think there's a quarter scale NECA version of Batman. But for this size, these are your two options here. I mean, he's only just a little bit bigger than this one, I think just 1 inch. I mean, you could really tell the difference in quality between the two, but this is a really solid Batman figure for the mass market. So I want to say they did a great job on this one compared to the previous release of the other movie Batman. So that is your look at the Batman Returns Theatrical Edition Batman. All right, so available now. You could grab this guy. He seems to be mass market. You get him Big Bad Toy Store and Tim and Earth. You might be able to find him if you're lucky in a store like GameStop or elsewhere. But he is out there right now, and he is in stock. It's not like some of the other ones. Catwoman is tougher to find. Max Shrek, almost impossible to find from GameStop. The moment it comes in stock, it's out of stock. The Commando Penguins sold out, and they were a McFarlane store exclusive. I don't know if they're going to be restocking them, but they're like $100 on eBay right now for something that was 35 bucks, which is crazy. But yeah, that's most of the line right there. The 89 one, you might be able to find it a couple places still for around 30 bucks or what it was originally. But he's out of production right now. But if you want that movie Batman, you have two different movie Batmans now from the, just from the 89 and the 90. There are the Batman Returns and then the Batman and Robin Batmans. But these ones, they just came out with Batman Returns Wave. So it's cool to see these in mass market now. A lot of fun. And if you want a really premium Batman in the scale, you get the impossible to find Dynamic Action Heroes Batman Returned. It's not a factor of money. It's just, it's not even on eBay. It's like very, very rare to see one of these pop up on eBay. They will go fast, and they will go for easily over $100-something. It's just really, really hard to find this guy. There was two versions of him. There was this version, the theatrical version, and then there was a version of him exactly tooled like this, but painted in the old like blue and gray scale. And that's the more common one you'll find on eBay. This version, very hard to find, but awesome looking figure, and I can't wait to pair him with the just released Dynamic Action Heroes movie Penguin, the two versions of the movie Penguin and the Penguin Commandos. So we'll be checking those out soon. Hopefully they'll come out with a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. They did an amazing Jack Nicholson Joker. You go back and see our review on that. It's another one that's really hard to track down. That's the only figure I've seen with the likeness of Jack Nicholson in an action figure scale. So it's pretty awesome. So that's all for our Batman figures for now. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at I want to call it the underwear penguin that came with the duck from the McFarlane line, and then we'll be comparing it to the newly released Dynamic Action Heroes penguin from Beast Kingdom. And then we'll be checking out the mayoral penguin from Beast Kingdom, and then we'll get to those Penguin Commandos from both McFarlane and from Beast Kingdom as well. So we'll be getting everything, and eventually, if we get our hands on a Shrek, we'll show you that as well. So that is all for this time. Like, subscribe, and follow. See you guys next time.